Okay. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Mic check. It's not gonna last, is it? And there it goes. It's not. Okay. I wanted to make a video about intentional living. This is really an idea that has changed my life for the better in the past year or so. And thinking about the state of the world right now, thinking about a lot of the experiences my friends are telling me about, this just seemed like a really important topic to talk about right now. Living life intentionally has really gotten me through a lot of emotions that have hit me hard in the past, such as boredom, hopelessness, aimlessness, lack of motivation, depression, a lot of stuff that I'm seeing a lot of my friends go through right now. So for what it's worth, for anybody who might be able to get something out of this, here is my little introduction to intentional living and what it means to me. So first off, what even is intentional living? Well, putting it as simply as I can, to me, it involves knowing yourself, identifying what brings meaning to your life in the present, what will bring meaning to your life in the future, and ingraining it as something worth pursuing. The goal is that you actually are doing the things that you tell yourself are worth doing, but it takes time and effort to explore yourself and to think deeply about what truly brings meaning to your life. For a lot of people, myself included, this might not even involve a change in habits, hobbies, or responsibilities, but just understanding better the things that they add to your life. So what's the opposite? Or rather, where was I before I started exploring intentional living? I don't know if I have any other way to describe it than just kind of existing. Waking up, relying on sources outside myself to bring me happiness and meaning, or even just something to do. And living by this idea that without those outside things, I'm just kind of stuck by myself, trying to pass time and entertain myself with the things around me, and without really feeling the passion, love, or comfort in them. When I started living alone, this feeling created crippling loneliness and depression in me. I'm really empathizing with a lot of people who seem to be in a similar place that I was not too long ago. And now I just wanted to share my change in mental state that helped me overcome these feelings. I think it's important to begin by being able to sort out the things that you bring into your life that have meaning versus the things that don't. I'm a visual person. This little exercise has helped me out in the past. I still use it today, and I think it'll help better explain what I'm talking about. What I like to do is start by making a list. First, take stock of what you know brings happiness, meaning, or structure into your life. Ask yourself, if you were in full control of your life in our current situation, what would it look like? What would be in it? It can be as descriptive and specific or broad as you'd like, but it just can't be anything that's out of your control. As you can see, most of these things that I've written down for myself are not inherently what we call productive. A lot of them are comfort zone things. I think right now it's especially important to be bringing attention to our comforts, to truly feel the most, well, actually comforted by them. Next, it helps to be real with yourself. On a separate list, write down what maybe a few of your days have looked like recently. Explore what you've been doing, how much time you've devoted to it, and how much meaning did it really bring to your life. For things like chores that might not actually make you happy in the moment, at least acknowledge what doing them has given you. Then, make a list of things you want to commit your time to. Build it from the first list of meaningful things in your life. Don't think too far into the future. I like doing this based on just a morning or a day or what I want tomorrow to look like. The point is that it's something reliable beyond just in-the-moment decision-making, but not too far in the future that you become overwhelmed. Narrow it down to just a couple things that feel right to focus on in that moment, that would be the most meaningful. I think it's really important to say that this is not a to-do list. This is a list to remind, inspire, and bring intention to the things that... I probably should have found a better way to rig the overhead cam. Anyway, where was I? This is a list to remind, inspire, and bring intention to the things in your life that have been proven to be meaningful to you. And now it's for the hard part. Do it.
Do it.
This will be your guide in giving your life some kind of structure, predictability, inspiration, a plan, giving yourself options when it seems like the world has nothing to offer you. There's absolutely no pressure in doing every single thing that you've written down either, especially the just for fun stuff. Now's a good time to look at the things that you identified as meaningless and not productive and actually make you worse off. This is when you're going to want to set limits on the time, situations, and access involving those things, because you already have the proof that they're going to negatively impact your mood. When you're doing your meaningful things, keep track of how they make you feel. What makes you feel calm and relaxed versus what makes you feel excited and energized. The more we can think and feel deeply about the things that bring us joy, the more we'll get out of them. The biggest thing to remember, this does take time to be 100% comfortable with. This might not be a flick of a switch kind of deal for most people. Maybe some things on your list turn out to not be what you expected. You might not immediately have the strength to begin anything or continue. It's okay to fall out of sync. That's actually part of the process. Experimenting with yourself, no, not like that, and truly just getting to know and, most importantly, care for yourself. But with a little time and mental effort, the end goal here is to feel excited about the things that are already in your life, to take control of your situation and feel the meaning behind your actions you choose for your life. And yes, a lot of what I'm referring to right now is our in-the-moment familiar comforts. A lot of us don't have the strength right now to do all the things like take on a new hobby, learn something, do something that you always wanted to do. I think intentional living helps with those things. But most importantly, right now, I think it's the traditionally unproductive comforts that need to have the most intention put into them. Also, side note, if you're feeling so distressed and so uncomfortable in your situation that you feel like these intentional practices seem just too much for you, I'd start by seeking some mental health resources, which are now more readily available than ever. In New York State, you can call a totally free mental health hotline. It's made up of a whole team of mental health professionals volunteering their time to help with specific issues to our situation. And if you're not from New York State and are watching this, well, first, cool. I didn't think my first video would be that widespread yet. And also, I really do recommend anybody to look into the resources that are available to your area or specific situation. So like I said before, I'm just trying to sum up intentional living to the most relevant example to everything that's going on right now, to what a lot of people are experiencing. But for me personally, that same thought process that I just outlined has helped me out in almost every part of my life. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up here for now, but the conversation continues. If you have an opinion or an experience that you can add to this conversation, or even just want me to elaborate or clarify on something, please do. Please leave a comment or message me or something. That is exactly what this platform is here for. But for now, I really do feel strongly that if we can find more ways to bring intention to our actions throughout our daily lives, especially for us that are stuck at home, I really do feel like that's going to be huge in helping us get through this.